All right, we're sitting with Mims. What's up, man?
Sir.
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
All right.
Yeah,
Definitely.
nice. So what's up with you here in Germany? Why are you going here?
I'm here now, just on a mini tour, just showing my face. Exclusive Entertainment brought me out for a couple dates out here. I was actually in the studio, and it's crazy. I was in the studio recording my second album, and I gave my management the word that I wouldn't be leaving pretty much for anybody. Like, nobody's gonna be able to get me out the studio right now. So I kind of passed up on a lot of touring opportunity, but I said to myself, you know what? Anything that comes across in Europe, I want to jump on, because sometimes when you're promoting your album in the States, it's kind of hard to get over here when you want to. So I want to make sure that I appease anybody who's has any questions about me or has never seen a Mims show, and I want to show them what I got to offer, show them why I'm hot.
Okay. It's the first time here in Germany, Europe?
Well, this is my second time in Germany. I visited places like Cologne, Berlin, Munich, I believe. I think that's in Germany. I don't want to make the mistake. But I've been all throughout Germany, obviously promoting the first album, Music Is My Savior, and the first single, This Is Why I'm Hot. So I got to tour. I got to actually visit for promotion, but I didn't get to tour and do any shows. So now it's time to see what the crowd has.
So you're on promo tour? Right?
Yeah. Actually, right now I'm on just a performance, a mini performance tour. But before I was on a promo tour for my album.
Like you said, This Is Why I'm Hot was big smash hit in the US.
Yes.
#1 in the Billboard charts. Tell us a little bit about the production, who was involved in the production, who did the beats. Tell me a little bit about that.
The record, This Is Why I'm Hot, was produced by the Blackout Movement. They're like pretty much a brand new production company based out of North Miami. I linked up with them through pretty much a mutual friend. I'm from New York City, so mutual friend I had in New York actually knew that they were producing beats. They slid me a beat CD, and I heard this track called I Did You Wrong, which is actually on my album, Music Is My Savior. And that was the first record I recorded with them. And pretty much the rest is history. Since then, I felt like the camaraderie that we have just allows me to feel like a real artist, kind of like how, you know, Snoop had Dre, how Noriega had the Neptunes in the beginning, and Missy and Timbaland. That's kind of how my camaraderie with the Blackout Movement is. So I'm definitely going to be working with them throughout my career, and, you know, doing killer records like This Is Why I'm Hot.
How was it to work with them?
It's cool. I think for me, there was no intimidation, because we were all hungry. We all wanted to accomplish something. So it's not like, you know, anyone's name was bigger than the next person. Like, we went in there with a common goal. They're musicians, you know. They got their own group. They got a rock band they're working with called Purple Popcorn. So from a musical level, I know they were going to give me great input on my sound and my style to kind of separate me from everybody else. And that's one thing when you get in the studio, you want to make sure you have people that are not just yes men saying, oh, this is hot and that's hot, that people are actually, you know, criticizing your work and being honest with you, and that's how you can make the best product.
All right. On your last album, you had a couple of features, like with Bambi and Junior Reid and Baby Sham. Definitely. How did you come together with Bambi? How did the collaboration work out?
Well, Blackout was working with Bun on the UGK album, and also doing some work with him on Bambi's solo album. So I think he paid a visit to him down in Texas with one of the songs I had on my album, and he decided, you know, Bun B heard it, loved the record. The record's called They Don't Want to Play, and he decided to jump on it. It's kind of like a East Coast meets Dirty South record. So if you listen to it, you hear that I'm not fast with the lyrics, but I'm just kind of going at it, like, you know, back and forth, no breath with my lyrics. And then he brings that Southern swag that they do so well. I think it was a perfect record to kind of marry the two coasts, the East Coast and the Dirty South.
All right. Okay. And the work with Junior Reid and Baby Sham. It's different, completely different, because it's, you know, dancehall artists from Jamaica and meets hip hop from New York.
Yeah, my background is my family comes from Jamaica, so for me it was natural. Growing up, you listen to, you know, Barris Hammond, you listen to obviously Junior Reid, Bob Marley, all these Jamaican artists. So I mean, I would have never thought, like, maybe 15, 20 years later I'd be working with Junior Reid. But so when the idea was presented to me to do a remix, I had put out the word that I wanted to do something different, and I started naming a bunch of reggae artists. Like I named Supercat. I wanted to do something with him, and I still do. So if you listen to Supercat, I definitely work with you. But one of the names that got thrown at me was Junior Reed, and I was almost like, man, there's no way anybody's gonna get Junior Reed on a Mims record. And I swear, like the next day he was in the studio laying his verse down. And as far as Sham is concerned, you know, to me he's one of the hardest working reggae artists in the business right now. And I've done a couple of shows with him in the States, and we always bump shoulders and say we got to work together. When the opportunity was presented for him to do the remix, he jumped on it and made it happen.
Nice, nice.